Welcome back to the Brick Sports Podcast, where today I'll be predicting the entire 2025 NFL season. I'll be predicting the awards, the standings, the playoffs, and some of my overall predictions. Starting off with my awards, I think that Josh Allen will repeat as the MVP. I think that Khalil Shakir and Keon Coleman can help step up and make Josh Allen one of the better quarterbacks in the league this year. And especially being in the AFC East, that's an easy division to win, so it'll be a lot easier for Allen to win MVP. Moving on to Offensive Player of the Year, I'm giving that to Ja'Marr Chase. I think that he's going to repeat his Triple Crown season, and he'll finally win the Offensive Player of the Year since Saquon's probably not going to run for 2,000 yards again. Defensive Player of the Year, I'm giving to Aiden Hutchinson. Not many people believe he's a good pass rusher, but I just see potential in him, and I think he can really break out and be one of the better pass rushers in the entire NFL. Offensive Rookie of the Year, I'm going to give to Tetairoa McMillan. I really like Bryce Young, and I think he'll break out as well and help Tetairoa McMillan be the best wide receiver and rookie in the NFL this year. Defensive Player of the Year is going to be Abdul Carter with the Giants. I think he's kind of slept on and that all the hype is going to Travis Hunter instead, and that he'll be able to break out in week 5 or 6 and then be the best rookie for the rest of the season on the defensive side of the ball. Moving on to Coach of the Year, I'm giving that to Jim Harbaugh. I think he can really unlock Justin Herbert and make the Chargers one of the best teams in the entire NFL. Comeback Player of the Year, I'm giving to Christian McCaffrey. After that devastating injury last year, I think he'll come back and help the 49ers be a better team. And then finally, Protector of the Year is a new award for offensive linemen, and I'll be giving that to Tristan Wirfs. So for my standings, I will be predicting the division and then the entire conference for both the AFC and NFC. Starting with the AFC, I think that the AFC North will be the Ravens, the Bengals, the Steelers, and then the Browns. The AFC East will be the Bills, the Dolphins, the Jets, and then the Patriots. The AFC West will be the Chargers, the Chiefs, the Broncos, and then the Raiders. And then the AFC South will be the Texans, the Jaguars, the Colts, and then the Titans. And then the entire 16 teams in the AFC from 1 to 16 will be the Ravens, the Bills, the Chargers, the Chiefs, the Bengals, the Texans, the Broncos, the Dolphins, the Steelers, the Jaguars, the Jets, the Colts, the Raiders, the Patriots, the Titans, and then the Browns. Switching sides to the NFC, I believe that the NFC East will go the Eagles, the Commanders, the Giants, and then the Cowboys. The NFC North will go the Lions, the Vikings, the Packers, and then the Bears. The NFC South will go the Buccaneers, the Panthers, the Falcons, and then the Saints. And then the NFC West will go the Rams, the Cardinals, the Seahawks, and then the 49ers. And then from 1 to 16, the NFC will be ranked the Eagles, the Lions, the Commanders, the Vikings, the Buccaneers, the Rams, the Cardinals, the Packers, the Seahawks, the Panthers, the Bears, the Giants, the 49ers, the Falcons, the Cowboys, and then the Saints. So I have no idea if this is even actually going to be the standings at the end of the season. There's a 99% chance this is going to be completely wrong. But from what the NFL seeds their teams as is in the playoffs, I'm going to rank the Ravens at 1, the Bills at 2, the Chargers at 3, the Texans at 4, the Chiefs at 5, the Bengals at 6, and the Broncos at 7. And then in the NFC, I'll be taking the Eagles at 1, the Lions at 2, the Buccaneers at 3, the Rams at 4, the Commanders at 5, the Vikings at 6, and then the Cardinals at 7. And then moving on to the playoffs, I'm taking the AFC first. So I'm going to predict that the Bills and Broncos play, and then the Bills win. Chargers versus Bengals, I'm taking the Bengals in that one. And then the Texans and Chiefs, I'm taking the hot take and taking the Texans. And then moving on to the next round, it'd be Ravens versus Bengals, and I think Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase pull it out over Lamar Jackson and win that one as the 6th seed. And then the Bills versus the Texans, I'm taking the Bills in that one. So then it's Bills, Bengals in the AFC Championship where the Bills win it. So then they're the AFC champions. And then NFC, I think that the Lions and Cardinals will play with the Cardinals winning. And then the Buccaneers versus Vikings with the Buccaneers winning. And then finally the Rams and Commanders with the Commanders winning, which leads to the Eagles and Cardinals playing with the Eagles crushing the Cardinals. But then the Buccaneers and Commanders play where the Buccaneers win. So then it's Buccaneers, Eagles, where the Eagles win. So then the Eagles are the NFC champions and the Bills are the AFC champions. So I think that the Bills win the Super Bowl. And then Josh Allen wins MVP too. So the Bills have a perfect season. Time for my overall predictions. I have 3 of these. So my first one is I think a receiver is going to break the receiving record and maybe even 2,000 yards. My top candidates for this are probably Puka Nacua, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson. My second prediction is that there will only be 5 kick returns in total this season. And then my final prediction is that a third-string quarterback will get a couple of starts and then go viral like Tommy DeVito did a couple seasons ago. I have no idea if any of these are even close to being correct, but around February or March when the NFL season wraps up, I'll go back and see if I get any of these correct. So let me know if you guys have any of your own predictions, and I'll see you next time.